As Donald Trump's looming government cuts grow increasingly close, more and more people are sounding the alarm. And now, in an incredibly unprecedented moment, both Bush and Obama took an urgent action as Trump makes an alarming move. Now, Donald Trump started out promising he wanted to cut waste, fraud, and abuse. At this point now, it's just cruelty. That's the point. Trump just wants to cut government spending because he can, basically, and he doesn't care at all about the impact. In fact, this goes for Republicans across the board. These cuts, these economic policies, they are nothing but codified cruelty.
I'm sorry that they would not meet with you. It's bullshit.
So I'm just super disappointed. We went in to see Senator Ernst. Hi, I'm Nancy, and this is my son Charlie, and we were wondering if Senator Ernst was available to meet with us today.
The senator has a pretty full schedule.
We've been emailing her, and we haven't heard back from her. And so we're in D.C. today and tomorrow, and we would love to be able to meet with her to talk about her most recent comments.
People are not, well, we all are going to die. So, for heaven's sakes.
We just would really like to be able to have the senator put a face with this big, beautiful bill and how it's not so big and beautiful for kids like Charlie, so that she understands that kids like Charlie are going to be negatively impacted.
It's okay. You don't have to cry.
I know. It's okay. It's just he's a person, right? And he shouldn't be cut. So again, we show up and there's just a bunch of lip service.
Still others condemned the cruelty as well.
Let's talk about SNAP. The average benefit for SNAP is $6 a day. You feed yourself on $6 a day. The average cost of a meal in the U.S. is about $10.50 a day. So we're already below cost, if you will. And here's what it means in my state. 20% of the children in my state are food insecure. And we're talking about cutting SNAP and taking dollars away from those kids. And I was interested in that, and I thought, oh, that's pretty bad. I'm worried Maine's 20%. 20% of our kids are food insecure. So I did a little research. In Arkansas, it's 24% of the kids who are food insecure. In Iowa, 17%. South Carolina, 14%. Michigan, 19%. Missouri, another 19%. That's 1 out of 5 kids are food insecure, and we're going to cut that food in order to give a millionaire a $32,000 tax cut.
Yeah, this is incredibly powerful stuff, but honestly, it's nothing compared to the moment you've been waiting for. That's right, in an incredibly unprecedented moment, both Bush and Obama took urgent action as Trump makes an alarming move. Take a look at this. A dramatic showdown is unfolding as two former US presidents unite to confront President Donald Trump's latest attempt to slash America's global aid efforts. In a rare joint rebuke, former presidents Barack Obama and George W. Bush addressed outgoing staff at the US Agency for International Development, or USAID, warning that Trump's proposed cuts could have catastrophic consequences for millions worldwide. Obama did not mince words, calling Trump's decision to shutter the agency a travesty. He praised USAID as a force for good that has not only saved countless lives, but also created economic opportunities in some of the world's poorest regions. Former President George W. Bush, who launched the president's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, a program credited with saving 25 million lives, slammed Trump's moves to gut the initiative. In a heartfelt recorded message, Bush reminded Americans of the agency's critical role. "You've showed the great strength of America through your work, and that is your good heart," Bush said. "Is it in our national interests that 25 million people who would have died now live? I think it is, and so do you." Trump has been targeting USAID since his first days back in office, issuing an executive order declaring U.S. foreign aid programs antithetical to American values. He then dispatched Elon Musk, head of the controversial Department of Government Efficiency, to investigate U.S. aid's spending. Musk labeled the agency a criminal organization and a viper's nest of radical left Marxists. The result? Secretary of State Marco Rubio, once a vocal supporter of U.S. aid, recommended slashing 83% of its programs, a move critics say would dismantle decades of progress in global health and poverty reduction. Humanitarian icon and U2 frontman Bono also weighed in, defending the agency's workers as unsung heroes of international development. "They called you crooks when you were the best of us," Bono declared, underscoring the deep frustration among aid advocates. As President Trump prepares to finalize these cuts, pressure is mounting from both sides of the political spectrum to reconsider, with observers warning that America's moral leadership and strategic interests are on the line. Stay tuned for continuing coverage. Well, at the end of the day, once again, Donald Trump is successfully uniting Republicans and Democrats against himself. Trump is nothing but an embarrassing joke, and at this point, his government cuts are nothing but cruelty. Now, risking the lives of millions of people for what? So that billionaires can get richer? So that Trump can feel good about himself? All of it is just pathetic.